Have you ever sat down to watch an NFL game, maybe with some wings, maybe with your friends or family, and suddenly found yourself thinking, wait a minute, is the NFL rigged? Maybe it was a questionable call, a bizarre turn of events, or just a strange gut feeling. Well, I used to brush those thoughts off. I also used to brush my hair, but not anymore, because now I've seen things that I can't unsee, and I have what I truly believe is undeniable proof that the NFL is, in fact, rigged. Let me take you back about 3 months ago. The date? Super Bowl 59. The teams? Doesn't matter. What does matter is what I saw unfold in front of millions of viewers. Some of the worst officiating I have ever witnessed in my life. Phantom penalties, missed holding calls, flags that came out so late it looked like the refs were flipping a coin before deciding whether to throw one or not. I remember sitting there, frozen, mouth open, thinking, what is going on here? And that's when the seed was planted. I had to know more. So I did what any slightly paranoid football fan with an internet connection and some time on their hands would do. I started digging. And what I found next changed everything. It turns out the official NFL channel, yes, the very one that the league controls, posted a video that looked normal at first. Just another behind the scenes feature, or so I thought. But as I watched more closely, I realized that wasn't just footage. This was a script. NFL players sitting down, reading off lines, discussing plot points of the upcoming season. Some of it was bleeped out, sure, names, teams, scores, but what wasn't censored told the real story. And then everything they said came true. Let me repeat that. Everything they said came true. Take Jalen Ramsey, for example. In this scripted segment, he made a comment about being shocked at how many points were scored in one particular game. No names, no dates, but sure, enough. Just weeks later, the Miami Dolphins, yes, Ramsey's team, scored 70 points in a single game. The highest score of the entire NFL season. The highest in decades. Coincidence? Maybe if it was one thing, but it's not just one thing. Because right after that video aired, I started seeing patterns. Calls that made no sense, miraculous comebacks that felt more like WWE storylines than real sports. Players mic'd up for dramatic moments, perfectly timed quotes, right on cue. But okay, maybe you're still skeptical. That's fair. So let me hit you with something else. Picture this. It's just another typical Sunday. You're watching a game, minding your business, when suddenly one of the players walks right up to a referee and tries to bribe him with actual physical money. Now, this wasn't some urban legend passed around Reddit. This was caught on camera. It went viral. And while the league tried to spin it as a joke or a prank, let's be real. When millions of dollars are at stake every game, do you think players are out there clowning like that for laughs? Even if we give them the benefit of the doubt for that moment, let's not forget real, proven scandals, like the New Orleans Saints bounty scandal. This wasn't speculation. This was proven. Coaches and players were caught running a system when players were paid bonuses to intentionally injure opponents. Let that sink in. Paid to injure. In a league where careers can be ended in a single hit. Players, some of them fan favorites, were rewarded for knocking guys out of games. This wasn't just a bad call or missed penalty. This was organized, intentional, and it came from the top. But wait, there's more. See, the most damning evidence that the NFL is rigged isn't in the flags or the bribes or the scandals. No, it's in the motive. In what motive could be possibly big enough to make an entire multi-billion-dollar organization bend the rules? Money. Think about it. What drives every decision the NFL makes? Scheduling, ratings, team matchups, primetime games. Every last ounce of the league's operations is driven by one thing: how many people are watching and how much money they can make from it. It's why Tom Brady seemed to have a magical career arc. It's why dynasties rise and fall in suspiciously poetic fashion. It's why some small market teams never quite seem to get their moment, no matter how hard they fight. Look at the Super Bowl halftime shows, the commercials, the draft coverage, the fantasy leagues. the better partnerships. It's not just a sport, it's a machine. A machine built to keep you watching, keep you invested, keep you believing. So when a game goes into overtime with a last-second touchdown, that's not just drama, that's ratings gold. When a team loses their star quarterback in week 1 and still makes the playoffs, that's not just a comeback story, it's a script. And here's the kicker. The NFL has a legal protection to act this way. In 2009, a U.S. court ruled that sport leagues like the NFL are entertainment, not just competitive sports organizations. That means they have no legal obligation to ensure that the games are 100% fair and unscripted. Think about that. Legally speaking, they're closer to the WWE than you might want to believe. They can create narratives, push certain outcomes, and protect their brand, all while keeping you hooked. Still think it's a coincidence? Let's recap. Players caught reading scripts in official NFL media, real-time predictions coming true down to the score, on-field bribery attempts, proven scandals like Bountygate, a league motivated entirely by money, legal precedent protecting them from having to keep the games fair. So the next time you're watching a fourth quarter comeback or a questionable pass interference call that changes the outcome of a playoff game, ask yourself, was that real? Or was it part of the script? Now look, I'm not saying the players aren't talented. They are. I'm not saying that every game is rigged. But I am saying this. The NFL is not just football. It's a show. And like any good show, it needs drama, heroes, villains, twists, and cliffhangers. As long as the money keeps flowing, the show must go on. So yeah, the NFL is rigged. And if you're still not convinced, well, maybe that's just part of the plan too. Like and subscribe.